Move out the way. Angel Hayes is coming through.
I heard Angel Hayes grew up in a pothole. I heard she was fucking Chriselle Stubbs then started fucking Gambino. I heard the bitch deep through the two lizards in the anaconda.
I can't stand the bitch.
Look, ride with my new bitch, but I'm on that old shit. Yeah, I hold the powerhouse, that remote control shit. Fucking bandwagon, got them bitches jumping on it. Bet I rap circles on them bitches like a orbit. Bet I rap circles till they dizzy like a full twist. Bet I kill bitches till I'm digging up the mortgage. Yo, till I'm digging up their mortgage and throw their bodies down like a preacher in the pulpit. Yo, I'm nasty though. Maybe we can record it like Casio. Maybe you can bite this like Dracula, then put the head in when I fucking back it up. Nah, I'm brash as fuck. Get it wetter than a motherfucking aqueduct. Get it wetter than a motherfucking bath of ducks. Head running so you bitches can't pass it up. Like yo, what the fuck these bitches wanna know about me? They ain't one thing on earth I ain't told about me. Just a month ago I was a nobody. Now everybody wanna fucking know about me, huh? Bitch, best respect my space. Stepping on your face like you detect my weight. Bitch, I'm the best I see. Floating like the motherfucking next Ali. Yo, it's a man down and I'm chilling with a motherfucking bad brown and another bad chick that's Santone with her face painted on like Van Gogh. Yo, y'all motherfuckers know I'm nasty. Catch whatever motherfuckers throwing at me. Give me like motherfucking throw a Cassie and I better send them bitches coming home happy. Like, once upon a time in Detroit, there was a little bitch born with a sweet voice, and all she ever wanted was to sing a song and have a crowd full of people that sang along. But nobody gave a fuck, but this was all up the top like a game of duck. Duck, 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 goose. Bitch, my flow wild like it's been cut loose. And I'm running every lane like a wild car. And I still kill bitches when I'm subpar. Yo, it wasn't never really easy though, but I never let them think that they could see me though. Cause I was alone at the bottom, kept getting played like Hillary Rodham. Now I'm up top and I'm coming for you loose bitches. Said it couldn't happen, but I'm living fucking proof, bitches. So now all that's left is to shine on them. Whip it out and wipe the shit from my behind on them. Y'all niggas thought that y'all would see my grind over, but I'ma do this every motherfucking time on you. Yo, I ain't even break a sweat. Make your fucking head spin till you break your neck. I'm playing homage, nigga, straight respect and putting heat to you bitches like vapor necks. Yo, look, I'm up and away, smacking any bitch who got something to say. I don't give a fuck, bitch, it's nothing to me. I wish a bitch would get tree stumped in the face. Yo, tree stumped in the face. Wait, tree stumped in the face. I don't give a fuck, bitch, it's nothing to me. I wish a bitch would get tree stumped in the face. I mean, I already know that a lot of these bitches are mad anyway. I mean, like, I guess it's really because I'm styling on them. Bitches out here shaped like caravans. Bitches out here looking like wet noodles in the face. Bitches out here looking like motherfucking planet Jupiter. Bitches out here with edges looking like skid marks. Like, I know it's because I do the goddamn thing on them, you know? So it's like, I'm over here looking like a bag of money and you over here looking like a bag of ventriloquist dummies. Like, I'm just trying to say it that, like, I'm the best bitch doing it. I don't give a fuck, yo. I never gave a fuck, yo.
Music kills, I feels on bills, I feels, I kills, always kills, I my kids are. We'll take it easy.
From a scientific aspect. They like to talk about relationships only from an emotional aspect. So when you deal with it strictly from an emotional aspect and you're talking about relationships, now we're talking about possessiveness, control, and because this is what the emotions cling to shit. The emotions, they like to tie you into a situation. Your emotions do. The logic tells you if the situation is functional for you or if it's not functional. So this is the purpose of the science. So the synthesis in the two. First, you have to know before we was captured and put in bondage, how did we live? Did we live a monogamous lifestyle, a polygamous lifestyle, a polygynous lifestyle, polyandry? What were we before they made us what we are? How did we live before they turned us into something that we not? The people don't understand your relationship is being controlled because it is an expression of your spiritual self. Your relationship with your family and your counterparts is supposed to create an effect within your home that's supposed to be, when you send somebody out in the world, out of that house, your effect is supposed to be known. Your stability of the family is known by the character of the person you produce in the unit. So in the history books, historically, Native Americans, Africans, Asians, South Americans, Australians, we didn't practice monogamy. That wasn't part of the lifestyle because of the way we live. It wasn't this many men to women ratio as it is now, and women understood that on a different level. Now, to personalize it, I wouldn't give a flying hoot. I don't care if I had to be monogamous, polygamous, if I had to be celibate. None of that don't matter to me. I don't need a relationship to tell me who the fuck I am and identify what I am. And a lot of people get confused in relationship situations because they lose themselves in the other person instead of finding themselves in the other person. And this is where we run into the conflict. So I'm gonna give y'all a little historical information about polygamy before there was a Mormon, because we tend to believe that this is a Mormon and a Muslim thing and there's no place for it. Now, the way polygamy is practiced is under patriarchy is incorrect. It's not the right structure. It's more like a pimp running a brothel than it is a real matriarchal polygamous situation. Polygamy, by its nature in origin, is matriarchal. Monogamy is a Roman concept. It can trace directly to Rome. Rome didn't believe that a woman served any other purpose other than procreation because they did everything with men and boys. It was a homosexual culture. I'm not saying whether that's good or bad. I'm just saying what it was. Rome was a homosexual culture. In the Roman philosophy is the greatest love was between a man and a boy. Now that's some fucked up shit. Now you understand why those Catholic priests is walking around with little boys' genitals in their hand. It makes sense because Rome is the Catholic Church. And Rome fell, but it rose again as the Catholic Church. And it's been in power ever since. And this is why in your book of Daniel, you see all of your Holy Roman empires or your Babylonian empires that stretched off into Rome down to modern America. Now, when, what's going on, Angelo? When you look at the wedding ceremony in Western culture, American weddings, the throwing of the rice, the giving away of the bride, all of these different things, these ceremonies are all part of a historical record. The historical record says that the modern American ceremony is the reminder to the European as to how he attained his women before they were liberated from Europe. And the throwing of the rice is a symbolic of throwing of the rocks. And you've seen the old caveman things where he whopped the woman in the head with the club and drag her back to the cave. Well, that's pretty much how they did it. But they didn't stick around and they didn't keep partners like that in the caves. Europeans didn't keep lifelong partners. They didn't have polygamous relationship. They had more casual encounters that produced offspring that were orphaned. 90% of them were orphaned. And out of 90%, very few of them made it to become an adult, less than 10%. So this created a problem with the Queen of Heaven and Earth because the men didn't know how to be a father or a man to a woman. And she said, well, before those people will be allowed to live like humans, they got to first learn how to treat each other. So now you see all of a sudden there's a moral compass. There's a moral compass in America now. And this moral compass saying that, oh, we done the niggas so bad. Oh, we messed over those niggas so bad. That's the new moral compass. But why do they feel like that now? And they didn't feel like that then. What changed? What changed to make them give African Americans, as they call them now, civil rights? That means that you got rights under the law. Civil is law. Rights. You got legal rights. You got rights in the law. Why in the fuck is you marching for civil rights under the law? Malcolm said you don't need no civil rights. You need human rights. Now, the same people that wouldn't allow you to have a family at all is the same people that told you that the correct relationship structure is one man, one woman. One man, one woman. The same people now. You got to keep this in mind. The motherfucker with their foot on your neck has ascribed your whole moral compass. You don't understand about the nature of the human. You don't understand about the makeup of a human. What the fuck are you? None of us don't know what we are, but here we are trying to dictate how. Well, I don't want to live like that. Well, don't. That's your option. Nobody has to live any way that they don't feel like in their heart. But before you condemn or throw the baby out with the bathwater, as my mama said, you need to find out the source. You need to find out the whys and the hows and the why did they teach us monogamy? Where did that come from? Monogamy is not common to the human animal. If it was, then it would be the standard without nobody telling them. It's not what's written on your DNA. So all women not supposed to be monogamous. This is the part that the dudes don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. All women okay, I'm going to go to the Ethiopian Christianity in a minute. It's called Coptic Christianity. And it's the oldest known version of the Christian doctrine. It actually predates the Nicene Creed, and that's why they suppress it. But I'm going to go to that in a minute. Because the religion is the what method. The religion and the threatening you with this bully they call God. This bully, he a bully. He's the selfish, self-righteous bully running around picking on the little mortals because he's supposed to be this almighty, all-powerful, all-knowing God. From what I'm looking at, and from what all of the religious texts telling me, whoever it is that they calling God, sharing, look at the kids. Right? Go on the playground and look at the kids that's not taught to be selfish. Sharing is a part of a community. It's a community act, sharing. When you start becoming possessive of a person, that means that you losing possession of yourself. This is the whole thing they don't get you to understand. Jealousy itself is a learned behavior. It was originally called dementia praecox and classified as a mental disorder. They learned how to teach it. The principle is the same thing L. Ron Hubbard writes in Dianetics called contagion to aberration. You teach babies how to be jealous. I'm going to show you what mothers and fathers do to their kids that teach them how to be jealous of other people. the mama sitting there holding the baby, and her sister come and the baby reach for her sister. So she pulled the baby back. She pulled the baby back and make a big deal out of it. She's programming the baby to be jealous. I don't feel shit, Portia, truthfully. I feel like that if the suppression ain't broke, I don't want to be here. That's how I feel. I don't give a fuck if I had to be a celibate motherfucker in the cave. It's about the kids. It's not about the adults. That's what y'all not understanding. It ain't never been about grown folks. It's always been about the next generation being taught to be better than the last generation. It's always about the kids first. It ain't never about the grown folks first, because we all had our chance once we get grown. Jealousy is a learned behavior. You can look it up. It's dementia praecox. The MK Ultra program reinforced it. The MK Ultra program allowed them to use social engineering to use mass media to train and create jealousy in the minds and hearts of the people. They don't turn the man against the woman first. First, they turn the woman against the woman and the man against the man. Then they use the very thing that they did. The people they turned against one another, the woman against the woman, they use her as the very carrot of jealousy. So the man against the man, they use another man as a standard. You comparing yourself. That's why you jealous. You want to know, is her pussy tighter than mine? Is his dick bigger than mine? This is what y'all really thinking. This is not, it don't got nothing to do with the emotional connection. It's about the control aspect of the emotion. I want to control that shit. I want to put Jesus in a bottle. I keep it all to myself, and I don't want nobody to have all of that shit but me. If you have an understanding of what you was, then you would know why they use monogamy as a weapon. It's a violent weapon at that, because when they teach monogamy as a moral standard, and then they use jealousy as an enforcement technique, you end up with something called domestic violence. You end up with all kind of disruptions within the home. The woman don't know how to properly rear the children because she's so busy focused on what that man doing with his pecker. And he can't go to work because he's so busy worried about who the fuck in his house when he ain't at home. You know, so the whole community standard of living is founded on a whole system of women that came together and said, we don't want no sorry ass motherfuckers in here that we got to be worried about if attack come, is this motherfucker gonna run behind the women? The emotional connection is a reflection of where you are spiritually. Your emotions is your reflection of your spiritual development. If you can't control your emotions, you're out of control spiritually. And the number one method for control of the emotions is to control the appetite, and it's known as fasting. But if you're working on fasting, but you're not using it as a method to control your emotions, you're not using it correctly. Now, my personal opinion is I don't give a flying fuck. That's my personal opinion. My personal opinion is I can do this shit celibate. I can live my life like a monk. But they told me I'm not allowed to. The elders told, my ancestors said no. Because I don't need the headache of trying to put the structure back together. But they told me that if I was to be celibate, I couldn't rebuild the structure. I couldn't restore what's been torn down. Anytime that the emotions dictate the actions, that's jealousy. Anytime the emotions generate a feeling of lack within you in relation to somebody else, that's jealousy. Anytime, anytime you feel abandoned when your counterpart go to the store, go to work, or go over a relative's house, that's jealousy. That's sickening. That's an illness. It's a disease. It's a manufactured, created psychological defect by your oppressor. Love is not an emotion. It's an expression of spirit. High five. The love response is a chemical response. We went over that the other day. Person fall in love, beta endorphin. This shit can be regulated and controlled. That means that the same people that can control whether you live a monogamous or polygamous lifestyle in a society, if you were not raised to be jealous of a person, you wouldn't be jealous. Where do the jealousy come from? How do they get it in there? They tear down your self-esteem, make you feel less than yourself. Because if you felt like you really were inside what your spirit body is, every day you would feel like you the goddamn king of the world. If you're a man, the queen of the world. If you're a woman, regardless of who there. I don't know what you call in love then, Portia, but the whole concept, women don't get jealous of women. They either sync or they don't. They either click together or they don't. They either get along or they don't. The whole polygamous structure is predicated upon the fact that y'all not realizing somebody gonna be without a man. If every man get one woman right now, it's gonna be a whole lot of women that's not gonna have a man. Now we ain't even started the destruction part yet. We ain't even started the destruction part yet. When these motherfuckers start killing the males off, they gonna kill the gay ones too, because they might decide they don't want to be gay one day and reproduce. See, while y'all sitting here worrying about a monogamous or a polygamous relationship, you have an oppressor, right? Just turning your sons into sissies on purpose. This is not an accident. He converting them. They're not born that way. That's some bullshit. The propaganda indoctrination came from the Christian church telling you about monogamy. You ain't know nothing about monogamy before the church. The Christian church created monogamy. That's not normal. That's not human. That's reptilian, alien shit on earth. That's not human. We never lived like that until these motherfucking devils took over. I don't even like to talk about it because people get so emotionally enthralled in the concept of having a relationship with more than one other person. I don't give a fuck who you fuck. That's your business. Your sex life is your sex life. That ain't mine. I don't have to be laying with you if I don't want to. The whole emotional shit is what y'all not missing. That's the control. That's the remote control. It's an emotion. It's controlling you from a distance. It's the energy and motion that controls you from a distance. All this jealous shit, this is created. It's not normal. It's not normal for men didn't see each other too often. We was few and far between. That's what you're not understanding. It was few and far between. So now all these women say, I don't want to share. Don't. You don't have to. You're not obligated to be in any relationship that you're not comfortable in. Nobody is. You're not obligated to that. You don't have to kiss nobody's ass to be in a relationship with them if it's not the type of relationship you want. You know how you want to live your life. Live your life how you want to live it. But you got to remember, you can't make somebody else live their life how you want them to live their life. They can't live your life the way you want it. They have to live their life how they want it. There got to be a compromise somewhere. Yeah, it is the fault of the gods. They created the whole idea of infidelity. Now, I started this off with a woman that was an African lady that was given the she was given the science of it. If it ain't natural to you, then you need to find out who gave it to you and what was their purpose. And this learned jealous shit dementia praecox is the mental disorder. They only recently took it out as a mental disorder. They only recently took jealousy out as an insanity. Now, when women sync and click together, it's not possible for them to be jealous. It's not possible. The jealousy has to come from an insecurity first. Once you nail the insecurity into the heart of the person, you're going to fuck their life up forever. They're going to never have a functional relationship because they're going to always be trying to figure out what the other person doing. What the fuck is you doing? You so busy worried about them in here that you can't clean this shit up in here. This is where the dirt at. This is where they laid the dirt, in your heart. So you following the technique of the prison to stay in prison as long as they want to keep you in prison. Now, I'm trying to tell you the way out. You don't like to hear it because it don't fit in your paradigm of the training that you've been in as a slave. And because it don't fit in your paradigm, you want to take it out on me. I don't give a fuck about a relationship. I'm not here for that. I don't need to be here. I'm not the one that been crying for all these years that somebody come clean this shit up. I don't need to be on this fucking planet at all. There's no use for me here if you don't want to be free. I'm useless. I'm being misused. I'm worthless. I have no value unless you want to be free. And then if you want to be free, you listen to what I'm saying and understand that everything I'm telling you is about breaking you free from a mental and a spiritual prison that we've been in for over 6,000 years. I done already unlocked the chains, but you motherfuckers won't push the door open. Ain't no handles to pull it from the outside. And so we don't want to go back to before the devil came. We want to live better as the devil. You got to keep this shit in mind. We don't want to go back to live in the utopia before the devil came. We want to live the best demonic, satanic life we can. Get the most of this demonic ass, satanic ass shit that we can accumulate. So we can go to the end of the gate and say, I was the best goddamn devil on earth. It was just a game and I won with the most goddamn toys. It ain't about you and it ain't about me. It's about the kids. It's about the kids. At this point, all of the adults can be wiped off this motherfucker and just give me the kids. Because these motherfuckers is fucked up in the mind. The adults is the problem. All of the grown folks is the problem. The babies ain't the problem. The grown folks is the ones who want it their way. Them the motherfuckers, the entitled motherfuckers that feel like everything should be the way they want it, and it shouldn't be the way God made it. You the devil. That's what the devil do. He undermined God's creation to try to make it in his own manner, how he wanted. I mean, think about it. We wasn't like this. I don't like it here because we not living the way humans supposed to fucking live. I don't need to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't like the atmosphere. I don't like smelling baby blood in the wee hours of the morning because they didn't sacrifice another 10, 20,000 kids around the world. I'm not in that shit. That's not what I'm here. You know? So if you don't believe what I'm telling you, you might need to do some research. Go look it up for yourself. We was not polygamous before Europe was unleashed. Nowhere on earth was any men monogamous before Europe was unleashed on earth. You know? So I'm with you, Mazel. I'm tired of playing that game. It's just a game. It's a game to keep you a slave. You a slave. My boy yesterday said it best. Capitalism is slavery made comfortable. They got us so busy fighting each other about relationship shit, we can't even see that these motherfuckers is killing us. They killing us because we so worried about, I don't want nobody in my house. We can't fuck we gonna protect each other. We can't go to each other's house. It ain't gonna happen. Y'all might as well just go out in the middle of the street and now throw your hands in the air and say, go on and shoot me down. Because they about to start doing it because y'all ain't fucking paying attention. They showing you what they gonna do. They got it in their law. It's legal for them to do it. They're not breaking any crimes, and y'all still crying that the police ain't getting no time for it. Y'all still crying the police, oh, they killing black people and they shooting them down. They shooting white people too. They shooting white people too. Trust me, they ain't just shooting black people. It's a trick. Divide and conquer is the name of the game. Y'all ain't figured that out yet? We've been hearing it for over 100 years. Divide and conquer is the name of the game. Where did it start? Go back to your book. Bible. Separating Adam and Eve. Putting the conflict between her seed and his seed. Who did that shit? Your fucking God. Your fake ass, watered down God who tried to make the move for the Yahweh seed. The fallen one. The liar from the beginning. This who created this shit. He created this shit to keep you a slave forever. I'm done being a slave. I'm not participating. If I had to sit in one place under a tree like a Buddhist monk and meditate till I motherfucking dissipate, then that's what I'll fucking do. We can't get caught up in not understanding who and what we are. Then we try to dictate what our emotions say. Our emotions is the easiest tool of control. The church been playing on your emotions ever since it was created. Rouse your emotions, take you to a peak, bring you back down and send you home, and you can't wait to get back to do it all over again. It's spiritual masturbation is all they doing. Spiritual masturbation. So now, monogamy, unnatural to the human species. It's unnatural to the human species. Polygamy, contrary to popular opinion, don't always mean a man and a harem. Sometimes it's 2 men. Sometimes it's 10 men. And a whole bunch of women. But whatever it is, that's polygamy. A man with more than one woman is called polygyny. And notice that the root word is poly and gyne, which is the same word for gynecology. So they're making it sure that you know there's different lifestyles. There's different hierarchies. Now, when you start getting into the royal blood, none of that shit don't apply. Royal families that came with the planet when it was created, they don't follow those same set of rules because they're not the same creation. And they've been here so long, they know who the fuck each other is once they wake up. But I'm not going to get into the family life of the gods because that's a whole nother thing, or the kings, the Grail kings. But the whole thing is everything that you think, right? Question it. Why do I think that? Who taught it to me? Where did I learn it? Why does it affect me emotionally as it does? Your emotions is just a meter. Your human body is just a suit. The meter tells you, or the emotion, what the suit should be doing, should have done, or should be preparing to do. And this is the purpose of the emotions. So a lot of people get caught up in control issues because they have no control in their own life. The system takes all of your control away, tear down your self-esteem, and then turn you loose on the world as a functional human. So we wonder why we got girls with daddy issues. And you got guys with mama issues. And you got people that don't know how to share. And people don't know how to work next to each other. And people that don't know how to eat off the same plate because they ain't never done no shit like that before. I don't know what none of that shit is, where if I see my brother get a new car, I'm mad now because I don't got one. That's not normal. Why am I angry that he got a new car and I ain't get one? Why didn't I just go out and get me a new car? I didn't want to see him doing better than me. When you look at the structure, you also have a fourth one called polyandry, which is a more modern creation, and it's an end run around the moral compass of homosexuality. So they put it out there to be promiscuous. Some people supposed to be promiscuous. Y'all not understanding it. Some people supposed to be promiscuous, but everybody not supposed to be promiscuous. And some people supposed to be celibate, but everybody not supposed to be celibate. Some people supposed to be in a polygamous situation. Some people not supposed to be in that situation. The human animal is a variant of all of the above. We've, over the years of being under the orders of Rome, a lot of us now have a different moral compass and a different emotional trigger. So where the emotional trigger and the moral compass cross, that's your concept. I don't have an emotional trigger, and I don't really too much care about the moral compass as long as I'm oppressed. Because whatever it take to break free, goddamn it, I'm willing to do exactly that. So when you look at an individual, you got people with agendas. And my agenda, I'm gonna flat out tell you what mine is to not be oppressed. That's the only agenda I got. I don't have no agenda for no woman. I don't have no agenda for no material wishes. I don't have no agenda for no fame and fortune. My only agenda is not be oppressed. That's the only agenda I got in life. At this point, there's nothing. I have no reason to be here. I have no reason to be here walking around on earth with all this fucking information in my head on how to fix this shit and nobody not gonna use it. Ain't no reason for me to fucking be here. I can just get on the fucking ship and leave. I don't have to be here. But it's too many motherfuckers crying for me to fix this shit. But now I come to fix this shit. None of these motherfuckers is crying that they don't want it fixed. Well, I want it fixed, but I don't want it fixed all the way. Or I want it fixed, but don't fix this part because this is the part I like. Fuck that shit. You either gonna fix it or you ain't. Some of this shit gonna stay and some of this shit ain't. Some of this shit in this modern society is some good shit. But all of it ain't. African concepts say use what worked and throw away the rest. Use what worked. So what worked? Breaking oppression. All I care about is the freedom. If I have to fight with somebody about the type of relationship I'm in, I'd rather be monogamous. I'd rather be celibate. I'd rather be a monk.
No, I don't drink, but let's all get faded. Call up the team. Hands in the air, give a fuck about a nigga, give a fuck about a bitch too. The top is a lonely spot, friends in a phony slot, all that shit true. I ain't even got the energy. Stop pretending like you into me. You ain't even had a dose yet, shit don't matter. We ain't got the chemistry. I need a little time just to breathe, just to kind of get my life on the right track. I can give you my heart for the night, but when it's over, you gotta give it right back. Hell yes, like that. Sick and tired of falling in the right traps. It's a cold world out here, bitch. I'ma keep my heart frozen to the ice crack. Feels like something missing. I feel fucking distant. I don't trust no one, especially not these niggas. I don't trust these niggas. They might catch me slipping. I don't trust these niggas. Or none of these bitches. Call up, I'm drinking. I wanna get wasted. Call up, no, I don't smoke, but I wanna get fade. Call up, damn, seems like my head is in the wrong spot. Cells on overdrive, fueled by the wrong thought. Any battle worth winning is the one fought. So my logic beat emotion by a long shot. These niggas recycling the same line. Bitches getting played hard like overtime. Guard up, got a hurdle to get over mine. Eyes closed cause I see you better with an open mind. Damn, that's alright. I ain't know I fell for what I caught on. I got that, you came close then. And I got some hidden feelings that I can't show. So I can either bury that hatchet or just keep digging the same hole. It feels like something missing. I feel fucking distant. I don't trust no one, especially not these niggas. I don't trust these niggas. They might catch me slipping. I don't trust these niggas. Or none of these bitches. Call up, I'm drinking. I wanna get wasted. Call up, no, I don't smoke, but I wanna get fade. Call up, swag me out, fuck the words while they are coming out your mouth. Let them words have a fuck you, baby. Watch my middle finger push it out. Whisper to the side, fiction is some lies, but I really ain't surprised. Everybody knows they ain't shit I gotta hide. Why you told me that you love me when you see me at an eye? Feels like a million motherfuckers don't like me no more. Ooh yeah, they hate me now. Feels like they really won't break me down. These bitches ain't on my level. In result, they hate themselves. You been everybody else, but tell me why the fuck you still ain't yourself? Sometimes I feel a need to just thank myself, cause I'm real as fuck, ho, even when I ain't myself. I wish I could say the same for you, but we all know that shit ain't true. That phony shit just made me laugh. Damn, y'all bitches must hate me bad. All y'all niggas so fake, it's sad. And my ex-boy gon' make me spaz. Let go till you don't feel that shit hanging from your fingertips, tingles down your spleen and shit. Friends are gon' be separated, feelings gon' be freedom stripped. That's the fucking life we live, full of inconveniences. Feels like something missing. I feel fucking distant. I don't trust no one, especially not these niggas. I don't trust these niggas. They might catch me slipping. I don't trust these niggas. Or none of these bitches. Call up, I'm drinking. I wanna get wasted. Call up, no, I don't smoke, but I wanna get fade. Call up,